And here we are. Look what we got already, Brick. We have an Anubis and a Cupid on one side. Already talking about the Xbox special, and there it is with the Cupid. And of course, a high burst Anubis mage. And what about on the other side? Opwatch, we already spoke about that. Heimdall and Nike. That looks like a sweaty team to me, Brick.
Oh yeah, this is a very sweaty team. The hyper aggressive from the Kabrakan, and I said earlier this week, I said that watch, it's gonna be Anubis. He's gonna be fragging. He's gonna walk up at level 5 and just ult the Demon King, and he's just gonna destroy it. Anubis is insane right now, especially with the Spirit Magus change. He is insane. But let's talk about these bands here. Like I was saying about earlier, the Bacchus, the Odin, very like hyper aggressive dive comp, Cerberus, Mulan. What are your thoughts on these bands?
I think they're really good. Getting the hyper aggressives, Persephone and Cthulhu out of there right away. Afro, super big. And of course, Odin plays so good into an Xbox special. You trap people in lane, you throw an Opwatch ult or anything like that, and you're in for a bad time. I think they played that really smart, and I think in the end they all got gods that they were really trying to get.
Yeah, with this Kabrakan, I'm gonna expect he's gonna be wanting to dive this Alpwash, since this Alpwash doesn't really have, good escape. But with Ranger Rick on this Nike and the Heimdall, to be able to just yeet him out, you take him out the fight, kill the backline. By the time he hits the ground, then what do you have left?
Exactly. Oh, look at this. Getting spicy already, Queen's Gambit. They want to invade this blue. Nike going to get some early damage off on Cupid, make him think twice about trying to contest this. This is a smart play. When you have a team like Heimdall, Opwatch, and Nike, you should be going for the invade. Kabrakan can cause some trouble here as he goes in, tries to secure his own blue buff. Looks like he does. It's going to be a little bit of traded damage here, but for their efforts, Red now might actually fall behind. If you don't get that XP on blue, you got to either go straight to lane or go get your blue. And it looks like they're going to be fine with just farming the minions. Smart move. Get the XP while you can, and then go back and get your buff.
Yeah, they have such good clear on this red side team, the Queen's Gambit. The Alpwash literally covering basically half lane with just bodies, and then the whole lane with the ult. I mean, they can literally walk over here, clear the lane, and then go get their buffs.
Yeah. Do you like seeing that invade come out right away, Brick?
Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to see. This is exactly what I said. I want to see Gambit. That's exactly what I wanted. And I'm loving it. I wish we could have gotten some kills, something look good to mix it up, but it was a good effort. I mean, they didn't get the blue, but I love to see this invade.
You know what I think is going to be the swing in whether they win this game or not on blue side? I think it's going to be this Kabrakan. Kabrakan, we call him the fat Loki, right? He can definitely put out the damage, but he also can take a lot of damage. And I think he's a good pick going into this Nike. Nike starts their channeling, get Kabrakan stun off, interrupt that. Nike doesn't have a lot of options left over. And I think if they play off that really well, if they catch Heimdall slipping nowhere near his TP, a Kabrakan ult down to an Opwatch and a Cupid, that's a dead Opwatch from Heimdall for sure. I think it's really going to bank on the fact if Kabrakan plays well here. Don't want to see him get behind. Don't want to see him get too aggressive early. Get 1 or 2 items online and make the plays for your team.
What do you expect this Cupid to do? It looks like he's going to be into a Transcendence, but do you think he's going to build Transcendence into crit? Or do you think he's going to build just straight power? I know crit is very prevalent right now. But what do you think this Cupid's going to come out?
Honestly, I can't really say for sure. I think when we see people start on the Transcendence build, hold on, that was a plays getting made. Double stun off, Heart Bomb Ori on Nike, super low. Knew he was gonna put out his damage. Med popped, just as sustained. Still doing the red buff dance. It's gonna look like it's gonna probably go the way of the Queen's Gambit, and it does. They're gonna secure that. Nobody died here. It looks like they might be. They're showing they want the aggression, but they're not exactly committing to the fight here. I don't think anybody wants to be the first blood.
It was a very good, it looked like Nike was going to get cut off there and, taken out of this fight. But she got out with the help of her team, and they still secured the red buff, which is good for red team. Very good for red team.
Oh, yes. That's the thing about red buff. There's only one on the map. You can get yellow buff and blue buff all you want, but only one god on this map is going to have red buff at a time. And that can be a game changer in a fight. Interesting here. Cabrakan pretty low. Gonna actually go for the blue buff instead of backing here. It's a dangerous move as Nike's just kind of creeping along. Jumps in, wants some of this. Immediately pops the ult. Huge slow. Great wrap from Anubis to stop anything else happening from Nike. He doesn't have ult yet, but that was a good heads-up play. Could have been pretty catastrophic for Nike in there. He picks up a Cabrakan kill.
I feel like this ult from Nike, I feel like it was in good intentions, but was poorly executed because there was no team to kind of follow up. It was either
no follow-up.
She killed him or he just got away, and as we can tell, he literally got her ult for free. That always a big team fight changer. With the mass slow, with the shield that she gives herself, they can get her out and, you know, help the team at the same time.
Let's talk about this, Brick. Cabrakan started T1 boots at the initial, as very traditional, and then decided to not go into it and to go into something else, maybe a Soul Reaver here. How do you like it? You want to see him finish up boots, get a little sustain. He's going to have nice damage coming off. Obviously not going tanky. He could go Poly here. He could go Soul Reaper. What do you think is going to come out of this? Or would you like to see him finish one item?
I mean, he's either A, he's going to build into blue boots or purple boots and go just straight damage with the Guardian's Blessing. Or he could go tank boots and just build damage afterwards. New change to tank boots, you know, give him more health.
Oh, pushing under tower. Heimdall's going to pick up that kill. Opwatch dumps the ult. Finishes. There's nowhere to hide when an Opwatch ult is in your tower. Cupid, the only surviving member of sick team name here. That's a big pickup.
That poke damage from the Heimdall horn, oh man, really got him good. He couldn't really go anywhere. The slow, and he's just in there ticking him down, and then the Nike finishes it off with the Nike with the poke with the one, and then the ult coming out of the Outwash, like I said, clearly covers the lane, drops it in the tower. I mean, where are you gonna go? The only person that could get out was Cupid. He has a dash.
You're not going anywhere there. Anubis, inherently a very mobile god. Cabrakan immune to slows, so not too bad. I just think that was a great heads-up play. They were right on the edge of the tower, said, hey, we have our ults up, we can make a play here. They coordinated it, and they went in for it. And Nike really being the forefront, just aggression all the time. No slowdown, and I like to see that. Just once you get a little bit of a lead, all gas, no brake, put the pressure on, see what you can make happen here.
We played a lot with or play in Scene Ranger like Brick play a lot, and he is a very aggressive player. He loves to just constantly fight, and we're kind of expecting Scene Ranger to play just like this.
I think I'm getting. Oh wow, big early Demon King pickup, and that's just gonna put on the pressure there. If you can't stop them coming into your tower when your tower is helping you, you're not gonna stop them now. I'd like to point out that I don't think there's a lot of team communication going on a sick team named ASAP here, and I say that purely because Cupid's trying to build Transcendence here, and look at the rest of his team just straight clearing wave, not providing any stacks for their carry. I don't know how much they're communicating here.
Yeah, I feel like there's not a lot of communication. You see, I mean, the Heimdall doesn't have a lot of stacks on his gauntlet, but, you know, they haven't really been chilling in lane. They're just taking, you know, everything on the map.
Yeah, I think they're... it's interesting that Red Team's not pushing here. You have the Demon King, you have the buff, you have the tower, not going to be able to hit you. Why take your time here and back and not just put the pressure on immediately?
They're backing to get, you know, items. They're, like the Nike just picked up a sledge. This is what I thought was going to get picked up. Put the sledge. They're going to go back, reset, get their consumables, wards, whatever, and then they're going to push up lane. As we see right now, the Nike going in with
Racket
the
super.
Nice wrap into the ult. Nike on to slow down the Anubis. Anubis cannot get away, but they could just dive tower because they have the Demon King.
Cupid's still hanging out under tower. Had a big ult to stop the push from Red Team. Nike not done. Gonna pick up Lynx. Nothing to do there. Nike's jumping in a little bit. Just a little show of force on the Cupid here. Saying, back up to your Phoenix. We're gonna take this tower. Nothing you can do about it. It was a good initiation. A good attempt at stopping the push. They have... Oh, wow. The damage coming out from Papadon just immediately detonates Cupid, and you hate to see it. It's hard to deal with an Outwatch in general, but dealing with a fed Outwatch who's bigger. Cabrakan tried to get it done himself, saying, no, 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 you don't hit my Cupid. Actually gonna solo the Papadon. Very nice. Used his whole kit to do it, but that's what you got to see. Getting a big kill on the biggest player in the game, getting himself some XP in the process.
Yes, that was a very good kill. Do I think it's game changing? No. Do I like to see it still? Yes. We might see a solo kill picked up on the Cabrakan from the Nike. Nike doing a ton of damage. Almost killing the Cabrakan, letting the Cabrakan get away.
I think that's huge there, letting Cabrakan get away. It's really no detriment to the red team. Okay, they're already up, but I think it's huge that Cabrakan survived. He just got a big XP boost by killing Alpwatch. And if he's not dead here, they can try and make a defensive stance on the Phoenix, which is probably going to be game-changing.
Oh, yeah.
Demon King just now came back up. I would like to see Queen's Gambit go for it. We'll see what they do here. Just being a little content. As Cabrakan's going in, gets the bees from Heimdall, ults him, and that's what I'm talking about. Nowhere for Heimdall to go as he yeets him out of existence. Cupid ult down, Alpwatch ult down. It is just a big firefight. Cabrakan is going to walk away. Now all the ults committed on Queen's Gambit. Nike trying to get it done herself. Anubis still holding onto that ult, and that might be what they need. They just took all the ults and Relic away from red team. I think they make a defense here, Brick.
That was a super good ult coming out of the Alpwatch to cut off the blue team from the Cabrakan. Unfortunately, the Cabrakan, nothing really happened to him. He kind of walked out for free, got another Nike ult, but just the way you see them play, that Alpwatch ult was like perfectly executed. It covered the map just to where they needed to cut off the enemy team, and that's the type of stuff that's going to change games right there. That the Cupid could not get in there. He started walking in, instant Alpwatch ult. Could not get in there. And yeah, that's the stuff that's going to turn games. This Cabrakan, like you said, is literally, if anything happens, if this game turns around, it's going to be from this Cabrakan. He's coming in trying to pick off picks.
And that right there could be huge. Nike jumping in, nowhere to go. Cabrakan ult is back up. You could trap him here. Anubis probably has the damage to melt him, but the damage too strong immediately out of Alpwatch, who's ults back up and drops it. Just a bit of an area denial. I would have liked to see that ult a little bit more forward. They had plenty of room to hide in the back of their Phoenix, and they're going to be content with just going all the way over here to Demon King and potentially getting a free Phoenix afterwards.
Anubis might come over here and try to steal it away. I don't think he can make it in time. It's already, and it is took. Anubis tried, but unfortunately could not get it.
Valiant effort, no harm, no foul. They didn't turn on to him and kill him, so he didn't die there. It's worth the steal because they got to get something going objectively. And yeah, I think they'll just make a big defensive stance here. Papadon's ult still down for a little while. Still have that Cabrakan ult. I think they need to communicate. They need to trap one member, preferably Alpwatch, and kill them. I think that'll turn the fight.
I think some of the deciding factor for this red team while they're doing so well is, well, you see them, they're like placing herself in the jungle. They can see in the lane, and look at the ward coverage.
Yeah, look at the wards on red.
It's insane. This team is sweaty.
Ooh, the blink in and the big ult from Nike hitting all three members. That slow combined with Alpwatch ult, not even going to stand a chance on the Anubis. It's up to Cupid and Cabrakan here to make it happen. Both ults still available. Nike jumps in, full dive. Cabrakan drops the ult, not going to stop anybody. Nike looking to pick up the rest. Already one kill. Can get Cabrakan, or is he going to die to the Titan? Cabrakan makes it back to his fountain, and one man alone to defend the Titan. They don't have any minions in there, so this is very doable. Nike's still very low.
Look at the damage already done to the Titan. They didn't even have a full wave there, and there was like just an Alpwatch body thrown on it, and just that much of a chunk. Joust, as we've seen in the past, used to be like very stalematey, where you would just sit in towers and do whatever, and then they added the Demon King or the Bull Demon, and they kind of stopped that from happening. But I feel like this season, they made it even easier to kill the Titan, so you really couldn't stall games out, and I think they literally can just get this red buff, walk up lane, and end this game. I think that's what we're going to see.
Oh, Cabrakan in a bit of a precarious position here. He's up in the middle of the lane with a full squad coming at him. He is immune to slows, but oh, great wrap and great Cupid ult to stop the attack. That was just all defense right there. Had to commit the Cupid ult to get him off Cabrakan. Now they don't have that for Titan defense. I think a bit of a misplay from Cabrakan there. I understand you need farm, but you can't get caught out. Luckily, he didn't have to commit too much, and he's got blink up. Maybe look for an aggressive play here instead of a hard defensive play.
I feel like if this Alposh's ult comes back up, and this Alposh ult up and the Ranger Rick's ult up, I feel like they can just literally dive. They're gonna run in here, drop everything, and just kill this Titan.
Look at that, just using one combo of his abilities and sends Cupid back to base, half health. That ticking damage, can't heal himself or he's gonna take more damage. A great counter pick to the Cupid, honestly, and the Anubis. Watch just does what he does against people trying to heal. They do have good wave clear, so it's really going to come down to the 3-on-3 fight as they jump in, ult committed from both Nike and Opwatch. Cabrakan do what he can, getting the stuns off, yeeting off screen. Heimdall sends him into another universe, but Cupid doing work.
Ooh.
Picks up the Heimdall. That is huge. Titan still hanging on. Cupid trying to get to base, gets the heal off and Fountain. Beautiful defensive play.
Very beautiful. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it because Heimdall yeeted the Cabrakan out. You didn't see much of that. But the Cupid with the tower defense, I don't know exactly what happened, but this is what they needed. This is exactly what they need. I honestly thought it was going to be a Titan killed, and when we come back to the ground, we just see the red team running away and Cupid just destroying them. And
And look at this, Cupid now a level 13, the highest level over a red, still only a 14. I think they have what it takes to get back here as the Phoenix is about to spawn. Titan will get healthy, and they'll be able to make another stand. They have to make the stand here at Phoenix, so you got to protect it. That Titan has got to get health back.
Yes, because if they do not, they're just going to run in and just kill the Titan. You saw how much damage I did to it just right then. And then now they're starting the Demon King up. It looks like he's going to be contested by the blue team. Anubis is not coming over here. They really need this Anubis to group up.
Oh, good Cupid ult. Just a little too late. Hopefully they get out dodge here. All the ults down for red. Unfortunately, Cabrakan's going to fall there. Anubis trying to help out now. Finally comes over. I think he's just going to get melted in the background. And it comes down to Cupid again. Can Cupid make another defensive stance? He does not have ult.
I don't know if we covered this, but the blue team actually stole that.
Oh, they did.
Does it matter? It helps. It helps a little bit, but if this Cupid can't defend this Phoenix, it doesn't really matter either. I feel like we're gonna see a big dive coming out right here. Nice
super low. That's oh, and then just Opwatch damage too much. Unfortunately, wasn't quick enough on the Aegis. Could have immune that. Cabrakan coming in, trying to get it done. Double stun. Good ult. All of the relics gone. Yeeting off camera again. Switch over to Anubis, gets the wrap, can put out the burst damage, and he does. And now this is turned on its head. 2-on-1. No Phoenix, but they do have Demon King up on the tower. They can at least get an objective here and try and make something happen. Cabrakan's trying to find this Heimdall. Oh, he drops his TP. He might be out of here. Can they get him in time? They do. Deicide finally. Blue team making something happen.
I did not see this happen. I loved the aggressive pick of Cabrakan, and it looked like this game was going to be over, and then it just turns right on its head. I feel like this Cupid is really what's setting it in. And then also the aggression coming out of the Cabrakan, just picking off the people. That is literally changing this game. But the tower defense, the Phoenix defense, the Titan defense is phenomenal for Team ASAP.
I think that was awesome play, and now they've gotten some good experience back. I would like to see Anubis back here and get a second relic. It's going to help him out. And unfortunately, Demon King wore off before they were able to get that tower. But I think they're feeling good. I think they got a little more confidence now. Shook off the nerves from the playing in a tournament as all the ults getting committed onto Cabrakan. He's not even phased. Anubis can bring the ult out. Unfortunately, getting hit by Outwatch, and he's going to be dead. No doubt about that. Cupid getting chased. Great heart bomb, little off mark. Cabrakan ult committed. Cupid ult committed. This is going to be the fight here, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta back off a little bit, but Outwatch super healthy. So is Heimdall as he's pushing in. Great Aegis, not going to be enough. This could be an end game right here.
Oh, I feel like this is going to be an in-game. Unfortunately, the only ult they have is the Heimdall ult, so if they could just get this Kabrakan out of this fight and just kill this Titan, I feel like this is going to be game. We'll see what happens here as they push the Titan. It looks like it's dying very fast. And it looks like there's the yeet.
One more yeet for good measure. Great play all around. I think Queen's Gambit put on the early aggression and kept it going. But we saw sick team name ASAP. Who made that name? They really brought it back, man. They had some really good defensive stances. We saw a deicide. It was really good, and I think they had an opportunity there to make something happen. Unfortunately, just when you got an outwatch on the field in Joust, that's just so hard to fight into.
Yes, it is. I loved the you almost saw red team just take it away, just run down there, take everything, and the blue team really didn't fight back. But you did see the blue team start coming back, defending towers and phoenixes, and I honestly thought this blue team was gonna bring it back there for a second, but the aggression from Ranger Rick and the huge damage coming out of the outwash.
Yeah. We talked about that, right? You want somebody that can cover a lane like an Outwatch or a Zeus. So we knew going into this that was going to be an option that you probably don't want on the table. And look at that, 18,000 player damage coming out.
Yep.
That's just way too much. It's almost as much as the other team combined. Outwatch just does nothing but burst damage, right? He's not very relevant in Conquest, but in a game mode like Joust, where all you do is walk forward and throw out all your abilities and do a billion damage, the man's a good Joust god, and I think I would like to not see him in any further games.
He will probably make it through because there's other very good picks, like Zeus, even Cuckoo Khan, stuff like that. Very big abilities, circle abilities, stuff that is very easy to clear. You see a lot of that, but I feel like teams going forward that play the Queen's Gambit maybe ban out this outwash.
I agree, Brick. And what I would like to say, well, first of all, congratulations to the Queen's Gambit. They're going to be moving on to the semifinals. Unfortunately, this was a best of one, so sick team named ASAP is going to sit on the bleachers and watch the rest happen. But a valiant effort, and we appreciated having you guys here. We're going to go ahead and see what's going on with the other games. Give us just a second, and we'll jump in and see how everybody else is handling this Joust tournament.